giant. Long ago, on the Scheldt River in Belgium, was a rich port to which ships came from all over the world, carrying sugar, wine, olives, oranges, wool, and many more goods. And rich merchant ships sailed from Holland and France down the river to other countries with timber, flax, linen, fish, cheese, bread, and iron. It was a beautiful and prosperous country, but unfortunately, it drew the attention of an evil giant named Antigonus. He stopped and robbed the ships. If anyone did not pay, his hands would be chopped off and thrown into the river. And anyone who tried to help the captain of any ship would be thrown into the dungeons or the castle that Antigonus had built near the river. The people began to dread the giant when they saw him chopping off hands and throwing them into the river and locking people into dungeons. The trade reduced and prosperity decreased. Brabo plans an attack. The city was named Antwerp by the Dutchmen, meaning hand throwing, and the people became poor. The Duke of Brabant, who ruled the kingdom, threatened the giant, but he laughed at the Duke and drove him away. The Duke had a brave and loyal subject called Brabo. He offered to destroy the giant. He first looked around the castle stealthily and found a window he could use to climb into the giant's chamber. Then he went to the Duke and requested him to send soldiers to attack the gates of the castle while he climbed inside. "I will kill him," said Brabo, "for he's just an empty-headed bully." The Duke sent 1,000 soldiers on a moonless night with Brabo. They had made sure to feed and lock up all the dogs in the city in their barns and houses. And the troops were to make no noise with drums or trumpets. The castle attacked. As soon as Brabo gave the signal, the soldiers attacked the castle doors. The giant and his men were taken completely by surprise. The soldiers charged into the dark castle, carrying lighted candles and torches, killing the giant's men and charging down into the dungeons to release the poor, miserable prisoners. Many of the prisoners were so weak that they had to be carried out. They let loose their own dogs from inside the barns where they had been kept. Brabo climbed in through the window into the chamber of Antigonus. The startled giant swung his club, but Brabo was prepared, and he cut off the giant's head and threw it out. The dogs fell on it and carried away his head. Brabo then cut off the giant's huge hands and threw them into the river. Suddenly, the whole city was lit up with candles in every window, for everyone was waiting to welcome Brabo. A celebration. There was a great celebration in the city as maidens carrying flags and flowers came to sing and greet Brabo. one of the city elders suggested that they should change the name of Antwerp, as no more hands would be thrown into the river. But the Duke said, "No, let it remain Antwerp, for An-T-Werp means at the wharf. Ships shall come again and be welcomed with a flag of yellow, red and black, and the symbol of the city shall be 2 hands over the castle." Everyone honored Brabo, and he was richly rewarded for his act of bravery. In his honor, a great bronze statue was built in the city square, in which Antigonus was shown lying without his head and hands, the castle behind him, and above all was Brabo the Brave, holding one of the giant's hands. To this day, Brabo is called the hero of the Brabant.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.